Hey guys,
Hi.
Robin,
Jack.
we're the Inwits.
Where are you?
Sorry we're a bit late this week. I had a holiday.
Yes, he did.
And I tried to tell Jack, but Jack didn't answer his phone.
That's
Jack,
all right. No, you had a holiday.
I did. So we're a few days behind the long weekend. I ended up going down the coast and we're a bit behind schedule.
I'm sure a lot of the viewers would probably take Monday off and had a long holiday themselves.
Yeah, no, but they would have loved to have taken Monday off and watched us.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah, so I let them down. I let you guys down.
This is going to be a after holiday treat.
Maybe I'm energized.
That's
I'm not
right.
tired.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
You won't yawn this video.
No, I
Okay.
may not yawn this video. I can't promise anything. I've been yawning pretty consistently for the past 12 to 13 years. But we're back.
We are back.
All right.
Well, we never really left.
No, we never left.
No.
We never left. Anyway,
Yep.
let's get on with it.
We are hopeless.
I know, we
Right?
are.
We are.
Shot.
Terrible, right?
Wait, who
Not
did I
even,
say?
we can't even pick the right tribe, let alone the person. We're not even close.
But
you
no,
know?
but part of me feels like
Well, you went with Joe again, so, you know, that was...
No, I think I was jumping around.
No, you did, and then you ended up on Joe.
Cole,
Remember the broken clock and all that? And then I was picking Cole.
I think,
and it was Blue's tribe that went, and it was Ali that went home.
But part of me feels like we did touch on my memory shit. But part of me feels like we did touch on that because they're the weakest. They've got no strength anymore. Apart from JP.
Yeah, but anyway,
Regardless, we suck.
we suck. We're not normally this bad, are we?
Oh, look, I don't know. Our track record, you're only as bad as your last game. And
exactly.
our last few games have
Been
just
terrible.
been, we've been off
That's
every
right.
single week.
Wooden spooners.
Mm-hmm. We are not doing very well at all. But, look, it's a new week. We're going into a merge. Maybe we'll get this one.
Hey, look, you know, at one level, I'm great. It's great to see that cut at the end where it's like next, you know, the merge is coming.
Yeah.
But another level, it's sort of like, oh no, I wish they hadn't put that in.
I don't
Because then
know.
it'd be a surprise.
Yeah. But also, how am I going to guess now?
Now, right?
At least we'll get the right tribe. That's
right. We can't mess that up.
We can't stuff that one up.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. We're jumping ahead here, but it is interesting how this time around, and I don't think someone can maybe tell me if I'm wrong, but from Brains versus Brawn versus Beauty, and the other time they split into three, I think may have been worlds apart, I can't remember. They did eventually come to two and then to one.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like they did. I know Brains got absolutely decimated with two tribes left, but I don't think it became a soul merge.
No.
There was a switch up into two tribes. So this is interesting where we've had three tribes, a switch into three tribes, again into a merge of one. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh, it is. And I've been thinking about who's going to end up where.
Oh, all right. Shall we start at the top?
Yeah, well, let's start at the top where Ali comes back and she is rightfully upset with Ryan.
Yeah.
You know? Look, Ryan, I think Ryan handled that pretty well.
To a degree, there was a moment where Ryan was like, kind of snapped back at her.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't handled very well.
No. But I think
I was like, cool at Ryan, everything.
But I think he did the right thing. They've come back to the camp and he's pretty much made sure that, you know, his defense is always, you were going to write Chrissy's name back down. And he kept saying that, right? Pretty much making sure that, you know, if they ever did go to tribal again, Ali was the one that was going to go home. Rather than him, you know.
Yeah.
So, but Ali was quite justified in what she said, you know. It was she thought she was in an alliance.
Yeah.
There would have been no problem if Ryan had told her.
No, it doesn't sound like there would have been. It's like, we're voting Rourke. And that's sometimes it's, you know, we saw that in Australian season as well. Yeah, sometimes it's okay to tell that person who you don't think you can trust. But, you know, maybe she did something else.
I think he could have trusted her. I thought it was just Ryan playing a bit of hardball in the sense of like, he's making sure that Ali was blindsided so that he wouldn't be she would be the natural choice next time. Yeah. There was a vote, that's all. Rather than if he had have included her in the decision, then it might have been 50-50 between them. You see what I mean? So maybe it was a bit of thinking on his part, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And it also played out the fact that, like, you know, Chrissy and Ryan are the two power. They're the ones in charge, it seems.
Well, actually, I think later on we'll get to the point where we realise that Chrissy is in charge.
Well, we know this. We know Chrissy is playing a brilliant game.
Oh, she's doing really well.
the only flaw, and it's not much of a flaw that I have in Chrissy's game, is when it came down to that final, when we did see what the name she wrote down. She wrote down Ali, and she said, because you wrote my name down last week. That to me is like, well, it was you. That's how the votes were going to fall. You can't hold that against her.
No. And I think you're right. Like, that was a flaw we saw. Like, in her one-on-one the camera, she said at one stage, well, she did write my name down, which means that Chrissy does have that grudge, you know.
Yeah, and that's not a justifiable grudge, I reckon, when it was like, well,
exactly.
You know, she wouldn't have wrote your name down if she was in on
exactly.
Where the vote. She thought this is
that's
where
right.
she wasn't commanding the numbers.
No.
She wasn't commanding the vote. She was just trying to stack where she thought this power was.
Ali said to Ryan, when they got back from the vote, he said, you were going to write Chrissy's name down. And she said, only because you wanted me to.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. She was just going where she was safe. And
exactly.
when someone votes that way, you can't really hold their vote against them.
No.
If Ali was going, we're getting rid of Chrissy tonight, sure. Ali was gunning for her. You can easily...
Exactly.
Yeah, that's justifiable.
That's right.
But in this, that was my one little thing I had with Chrissy. I'm like, you know what? You're playing a flawless game. Until that moment, I'm like, just...
It's a little chink in the armour. We've seen, like, even really good players, they have little chinks. Like, even Sandra has a bit of a chink around that issue as well, you know.
Yeah, we all take things a little bit too personally sometimes.
That's right.
That was all I had for that. But yeah, she is definitely the one, you know, pulling strings.
She is, absolutely. So we had the reward challenge.
Pizza,
right?
Yeah.
And then we have the Cole show, I guess we could call it, could we?
Yes. We can.
Can we say, I don't know. I think it was genuine that he fell over like he did.
No, that's 100% genuine.
Okay.
You don't think are you saying he made that up?
I think
Did you see how close his head was to the bamboo?
Yeah, no, but when you fall over, a lot of times, right, you don't, he didn't plan it very well, let me put it that way. Right?
No.
Well, have a look at, hey, wait.
Jack,
let's put it this
way. He passed out.
Hang on, wait. Let's put it this way, right?
Oh, Jack, I can.
You have
a
doctor there, right? And he's like, let's put your feet up on the log, which is, get some blood into the brain, right?
Yeah.
And all that sort of thing. But Dr. Mike wasn't concerned at all.
No, because he came to.
Really quickly.
Yeah, he just passed out. He fainted. When someone faints, I cannot believe you think that's
I'm saying there's a possibility, right? Because he seemed to come to very well and very quickly.
I have never fainted, but I have seen people that
faint.
Have you fainted?
No, I've seen people.
I've seen people faint, and they do come to pretty quickly.
Yeah, but he came to really quickly.
Jack, I cannot. The controversy of you saying such...
Well, he just had pizza too. I mean, the day before, whatever it was.
God.
Yeah. Well, no, I think if you did paint it,
I think it's like a water.
It was like a water, absolutely, because that was what Dr. Mike said straight away was put your feet up.
Yeah, get some
and if
water.
you're doing that, that's because you want blood to flow back into your brain, right? And that's a lack of water. That's dehydration. Right?
Oh, but I cannot believe you threw that out there.
That's a possibility. It's a genuine possibility.
No
anyway,
way.
Right, let's move past that and let's look at what the upshot of that was, right? He's been putting a mark on himself in that tribe straight away, all the time. And even Dr. Mike now has got to the point where it's like, no, he's got to go.
He's got to go.
Right?
Yeah. He's on the outs, and I think he was starting to put that, like Ben said. Mike comes back with the tiniest of fish.
Yeah.
Shares it with
everybody.
Cole.
No,
he doesn't. And I know. Look, I like food. I'm a hungry guy.
Yes,
I'd be wanting to eat, but sometimes you got to make that sacrifice. And
Look, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. Now we've all seen survivors that have been hungry. Mm-hmm. A lot of them do. By day 20, 25, they're saying like, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Don't they? But I've never seen anybody behave like this about it.
Like, I've got to get food into me? No, I think I have.
And push people around trying to do it.
I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure that's a common thing sooner or later.
I haven't seen it as commonly.
Not every season, but I'm pretty sure there's a few seasons where someone's just like, nah, I'm eating. Screw you, I'm eating.
Well, he certainly went through all the jam and peanut butter and everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway, and this is where it gets a little painful. Jessica decides stupidly to take her brain out and go
Play with the heart.
Yeah, and play with the heart and stick by Cole.
Yeah.
And I think she can even see what impact he's having on everybody else around him.
She's got to be able to see that.
She's got to be able to see that they're all looking at him and thinking...
they're all making those comments, he's eating too much food, blah, blah, because
he's really annoying.
He can take my rice, he can take my rice. Look, and I get it, look, sometimes, but what are you playing? Are you playing for $1 million?
Exactly.
Are you playing for a boyfriend?
If you're playing for a boyfriend, go on Bachelor or something like that, you know?
But, you know, that's...
But she's decided to hook up with him now, and like you've already seen them calling. Well, in this episode, you see Lauren and Ben call them girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
Now, when that hits merge, how long is that little?
The thing about it is, you know, it's not going to last long. Not because of that though. Because
Cole's a big target.
Yeah, exactly. Because them together aren't. I don't see them as an overly powerful couple.
Oh no! But
so it's like just you break up the one. You're right. It is just 2 votes are now together. You have to split those 2 votes.
Yeah.
But I think it's more Cole. I don't even think he's a massive target.
Oh no, I don't think he's a massive target. He is a massive physical target.
He's a physical target.
But I think he's shown that he can annoy anybody.
Yeah.
Rapidly too, not slowly, because you look at Lauren, you look at Ben. Look, you've got Dr. Mike, right? Dr. Mike is placid. So placid, right? Yeah. Now even he's to the point where it's like, he's got to go.
He's switching up. So, and we do see that Cole becomes a big target come merge. Like, we've got to get rid of Cole. He was the main focus of who we've got to get rid of.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny. I don't see him as a strategic threat. He's
got no gameplay.
He doesn't have a strong... Yeah, he's got everything... Every game strategic move he's done has been ridiculous.
Yes, exactly.
It's been very poor by telling everyone everything. No secrets, no power, no nothing. He gives it all away. Yeah, physical. Yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
But it's not going to get you $1 million.
No, it's not going to get you $1 million. So I don't see him as a threat, but I can understand why you'd want him out. He's annoying. He's eating your food.
Yeah.
He complains about not eating enough food, and he's now got Jessica's vote.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Like, you know, he's obviously going to be targeted very quickly, I think.
And and without Cole, Jessica would be a better player.
That's what I was about to say. It's going to sink Jessica's game.
Yeah.
Because she's going to get, by association, simply that she's with him.
Yep.
She'll be next target after that. Just, we'll get rid of her too, Yeah. Which is a shame. I thought she was playing well up until then.
Yeah.
Well, look, Joe's shown that he's... Well, let's have... It's really weird to see him, right?
Let's break Joe's game down a little bit, though. Like, he's not the bad player. He's not an A-grade player.
He's not an A-grade. He's got an idea of what to do. He's watched the show. He knows the moves. It's how he pulls them off that's the issue, right? But he's gone out. He's looked for a clue to an idol. He's found. But this is the weird thing about this season. He is the only one doing this.
Yeah.
It's weird. Normally in the American season,
Although Jessica did it as well, though, didn't she?
No. Remember, Mike did it with her at the WoW, right?
Who got the idol? Mike. Yeah, but Jessica did think about that. Look at Jessica's mind. Yeah, it was silly by Jessica. But Jessica was like, well, this where Cole said it was, maybe it's around here. So Jessica was thinking like that, but stupidly let Mike dig.
Yeah, normally have a couple of people go out and look. Like, we've seen in previous episodes, somebody in Ali's situation will come back to the island. Remember JT?
Yeah.
When Sandra and all that, it was pretty... He came back to the island and went immediately looking for...
Got to go to the toilet, left him out.
Yeah, exactly. Got to go look for
him. And they all sat on the boat and went,
he's looking for an idol. Yeah. And it was a really smart play.
Well played on his behalf.
But, Ali didn't come back and do anything like that.
No, she did nothing, and...
None of them have.
And Devon isn't even doing it. Devon is just watching. Devon's watching Joe so Joe can't get an idol.
I'd be like, well, let's get the idol before him.
Yeah, it's just don't...
Right?
Like, pussyfoot around or near him and pretend you're looking for an idol so he doesn't find one. Because like Joe did, strangely enough, Joe didn't just look at the well. Or maybe he did, but he just couldn't find it. He's like, when he saw the clue, he's like, it's exactly the same. Like, my logical brain would go, let's try and see.
Well, look, think about Ty last
Exactly,
right?
The water,
Exactly.
I pour it, I'll see if the other well's the same. That's what I just find out a bit fascinating that Joe didn't look at that first, but maybe he did and just couldn't find it, and he sees, because he did say, this one's 4 feet, not 5 feet, or whatever
something
it was.
But it's,
what's a foot?
It's a foot when you're digging.
Yeah, exactly. What's like, you
look around.
You don't dig directly in, you're looking in the big circle.
So, no, look, I think Joe's, he's got a good idea about how to play. It's just the execution.
Yeah, but you know what? I do respect. I'm not going to say admire. I do respect the fact that while everyone's asleep, someone's going to get to work. And Joe went out there and found that aisle in the dark. That, Boston Rob, when Boston Rob won, he said, "I never stopped sleeping. I never slept.
Yeah.
I was always awake, thinking every second of it, every minute of the day.
Yep.
I was thinking about the game." So to Joe's credit, that's him. Everyone's like, we can't. Yeah, sure, they're following me around.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it when they're asleep.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's
perfect.
He's done well.
Respect to Joe on that.
Oh,
play.
For sure, absolutely. But I still think his execution is going to be terrible. What he does with it.
Agreed. Yeah, but this time around, like he did say, hopefully he's learned. He's like, no one knows about this one. I'm not telling anyone. This is my idol. No one's going to know about it. So that's a good start. That's
a good start.
That's a quick lesson to learn. I screwed up by telling someone that no one knows.
Absolutely did.
If they do come for me, bring it on.
Yeah.
That was it. Joe and Devon and that tribe. That's pretty much all that really happened.
Oh, Devon, look, yeah.
Oh, but they do have Desi. It looks like they've got Desi. Desi will vote against Joe.
I don't think it's going to play out because
we're going to merge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to play out.
It's not going to play out. So, but look, at least they did try that, and I think it looked like it was succeeding.
Yeah. It looked like if push come to shove, he probably would have played his idol or something. But if they did go to tribal,
well, this is the thing. I mean, there's a pretty big chance they may not have because
ego.
Yeah. Well, actually, maybe he would have because it would have been 50-50.
Yeah,
they would have gone to rocks.
Yeah.
So he could have actually just played and gone.
I think he would have played his idol. I feel that would have been a bit more Russell Hands of him to, I'm playing it. Why bother?
He would play it because that would stop the rocks.
Yeah.
Right, he wouldn't be in the mix there.
I yawned.
Yeah. He wouldn't be in the mix, and it'd be one of the others going home.
Yeah. So I'd see where that was. And then immunity.
And everybody wins except Blue Tribe.
Yeah. Wait, refresh my memory, obviously, on Holiday
it's the one where they were stacking the blocks and holding the
Well, yeah, I actually didn't I didn't mind that challenge.
No, I thought it was really good.
I loved how, you know what, the was it Red Tribe? They ended up, they were winning, then they would start off losing, then they came back, but then they ended up coming from behind to win because they found the strategy of everyone else hold the slack, and then we don't have to do this whole
exactly
run on in, run on back, run on in.
And they do it really well.
Yeah,
really well. It was and Jessica, I think, was the one that figured that out.
Yeah,
right? And had them all just hold the ropes really tight. And you saw her rope. It was
they didn't even have to just I thought that was great. That was when we saw in Australian season, it was like we've got to balance. You got to separate. Not just sit on it. We'll carry you across. It was a great way of bending the rules to your advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yes, we all have to be holding the rope, but never do we all have to be
holding the rope. Like keeping it tense. We just need 3.
Yeah.
And it's rock solid, and the other one does all the blocks. So
well, they did it. They had to alternate.
Yeah.
They had to alternate all the blocks. But as soon as they adjust. All right, we've got it. You're free to go.
Yeah.
We've got it. You're free to go. And that was brilliant.
It was a bit of a the blocks dropped for each tribe at least once, right? So it was a bit of like, who's going to
it did have that. It did have that suspense, which is good.
Yeah.
You don't really get that very often.
No, you don't.
In a Survivor challenge.
So usually somebody pulls ahead and it's a win.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was good. The blocks dropped a couple of times. Blue goes to tribal.
Yeah, and they've
And then look, Ryan, I think displayed a bit of a problem in his thinking. In his one-on-one, the camera, he was talking about JP. And he was like, now's the time when we got to eliminate big physical threats. That was his line, right? And he was like, all about, JP's a big physical threat. Like, it's time for him to go home and go see him home. Yet in the very next, scene, we hear him say, and he analyses JP really well. He says JP's a big physical threat and that, but he's got no social game. And he doesn't understand that Survivor's a social game. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, so Ryan, add up 1 and 1 and come to 2. Why vote him out?
Yeah, he those people are perfect
Perfect.
emerge.
Exactly.
If he had a social game, if he had a strategic game, if he had 2 of the 3,
Yes.
yeah, and a
You get
physical
rid of
threat, yeah, beacon. But a physical threat without one of the other 2,
No way.
it's a shield.
That's a shield. That's a perfect shield.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
he has no idea what's going on. All you've done is potentially, you know what, bringing this concept of we need to get rid of JP now.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have done potentially is actually wake JP up.
Yeah, that's it.
If you've got someone like that on your tribe, you just want them to keep drifting on
Of
through.
course you do, yeah.
You want them to keep playing the game like they have no idea how they're playing
You
the
want
game.
them to keep thinking, oh, it's all about immunity.
Yeah.
You don't want them thinking, oh, hang on, it's about how I'm going to get on with all these people. That's how I'm going to win the million. You want them to keep thinking.
Yeah, I don't see someone like JP going through, and if he did win every single immunity,
Who cares?
Because but even if he did, if he got to the final 3, would he win? Probably not. It'd be a struggle to get him to, because what has he done?
Because everybody says JP doesn't say anything.
Yeah, there's no.
He said it. Chrissy says it. Ben said it. How many more? Yeah, everybody says.
Yeah.
JP doesn't talk.
No matter what tribe he's on, he's
Yeah.
just getting that, and you know he's not. And obviously, Chrissy gave us or gave Ryan a bit of a pep talk maybe, and said, "Look, this is probably the smartest move."
That's what I was about to say. Like Chrissy said in her one-on-one, well, I'll get together with Ryan. We'll make our mind up about who should go home.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty clear that Chrissy sat there and told him, well, no, hang on, wait, JP is actually an asset.
Yeah, JP is a massive asset. Ali actually is friendly. She is trying to play the game and trying to play strategically. She wanted to be on the right side of the numbers. It didn't fall her way, but she's still kind of climbing through. JP is not doing anything.
Right? He's just sitting there like...
You know, I love the fact that he just picks up Ryan like a handbag.
Yeah, I love that Ryan even acknowledges, like, he literally carried me through.
Yeah, he picked me up and carried me.
One-handed,
so I appreciate that, but that person is not a threat because he has not a single ounce of strategy behind him and not playing a social game.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect shield. Absolutely perfect shield.
Because they won't win every single immunity and you can get rid of them whenever you want. Because someone like that will not, I could be wrong, but they will never have a hidden immunity idol.
No, they won't go look for it either.
They wouldn't know what they're even doing.
No. So, no, look, JP's a perfect shield. He's disposable.
Yeah.
When his number's up and everybody's, oh, we've got to get rid of this big physical threat, you let it happen.
Exactly.
And you go, that's great. You've covered my tracks for 5 votes. You've done an amazing job. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Exactly.
Know? So that's
I'll shout you a drink when I win a million.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
So that's what I thought. I think that's a bit of a flaw in Ryan's game, that he's kind of watched the show and he's fallen into some of the, you know,
it's
the
trap. They all fall into
I know, a lot of people do.
I don't know why. It's every single time these physical threat. Name a physical threat who's won the game.
Exactly.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are physical threats who have won the game, but the majority of them are not.
No, that's right. But even the physical threats that did win the game didn't win it by being a physical threat.
No,
they played a social game.
Aussie becomes your main example. One of the biggest physical threats ever gets to final 2 because he played back in final 2 in his first round. Doesn't win because he doesn't have one of the other 2 bits to his strategy, to his game.
Exactly, he's got the one, and he's amazing at it.
Yeah, one of the greatest physical players. Yeah, gets him to the end, but can't win.
And that's going to be true in pretty much every Survivor.
Every single time. Yeah,
every single time.
There are exceptions to the rule, but I don't know why we always fall into this trap of the physical threats are the ones to.
But anyway, look. I think that's Chrissy's spoken to him about it and gone,
very
hang
clever.
on. Yeah, very clever. And Chrissy, if that is what's happened, and I think it is, Chrissy's just playing an A game at the moment.
Yeah, she's just still. I think she's going to take it out. Like I just do. Like right.
I can't see anybody else beating
week 2. I think we decided to bring that in. It was like, she's just playing such a good game.
Look, I picked Ryan initially, just off the thing, but Chrissy's playing flawlessly, pretty much.
Yeah, she's playing so well. Like I misjudged her episode 1.
Yeah, but
came back. I don't see anyone else beating her at the moment.
The only person who's probably the only strategic player I've seen that's it's not in the same league at all, right? The only other strategic player that we've actually seen in the game so far is Joe. And he's not even in the same ballpark.
And Joe won't see Chrissy as a threat. He'll be thinking about it. He won't see someone who is playing such a subtle game.
He will not know it.
He'll never see her coming.
He will never see it coming. He's going to look at the tribes when they merge, right? And he's going to put Chrissy on the bottom of the threat list.
Of course. He
right?
won't.
And
your JPs, your Coles,
your Ben.
Yeah, your Bens, your big physical
threats.
Big
physical threats will be at the top for him.
Yeah.
Right? Chrissy won't even be on the radar.
Nah.
And he will
a middle-aged woman will not be on his radar
at all, and she will eat him alive.
Yeah.
She's the shark in the water at the moment.
Oh God, she's playing a good game. She's actually really, really enjoyable to watch. Really
it's
refreshing,
fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good to see someone play at that level. I love it.
Her analysis, every time she analyses a situation, you just sit there and you go, "Yeah, you're spot on.
Yeah,
you really nailed it."
Big fan.
Yeah. Oh, so am I. Look, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to. I'm sure at one stage here, Joe's going to be, when they do the one-on-one, the camera, I'm sure at one stage she'll be like, I'm running this beach. You know how they do.
Yeah, you can see that coming.
And it'll be the episode Chrissy guessing.
Yeah, easy. That'd be great. I'd love that.
Oh, so would I. It'd be fantastic. But look, after all this, it shakes down to Ali goes home.
Yeah, she's a bit crushed, shattered.
Yeah, she's crushed. JP, and this is the other thing, right? JP's sitting in the tribal, and even Jeff says to him, "You're completely relaxed."
He has no idea what's going on.
No idea. Zero. Right? He's just like Chrissy's told him he's safe, and he's like, "Yeah, okay. What have I got to worry about?"
And I think he may have said something along the lines of, "Well, maybe I better start playing the game. Maybe I better start playing more of this sort of thing, or like
And somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody said he's sitting there like a block of granite.
Yeah, that was Jeff.
Jeff, right? I was like, it was really funny because JP was like, "Yeah, I am." Yeah, he had a bit of a smile on his face, and maybe he did wake up when Jeff said all that stuff to him because maybe he thought, maybe I better start.
So that's the thing. Like that's the downside to that. Like if he wakes up and starts playing a bit of a difference, if he starts to add one of those two other bows to his string to his bow, he can be a real threat.
Oh, for sure.
If he's got two of the three, he can be.
Look, I don't see anybody. Well, anyway, let's talk about where it's going to merge next week, eh?
Yeah, sure, we merge.
I think the healers are going to get together again.
Yeah.
Mainly because Joe and Desi, the healers universally, even though they got split up in the other tribes, have universally failed to make any contacts in the other tribes.
Yeah.
And I think by default they're going to get back together, not because they want to or they like each other, but simply because they just haven't made any other contacts.
Okay.
So I think Joe and Desi will end up with Cole and Jessica.
I think we've seen Mike making contacts now.
Well, yeah, but I think that was around about Cole. And this is what I was going to say. I think Mike will drift back to the healers.
Okay.
Not because of anything, just because I don't think Lauren or Ben's going to take him with them.
Yeah.
I think if Lauren or Ben actually said, "Look, come with us, we're with Chrissy or we're with blah blah," maybe Mike would go, but I don't think they will.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be sort of a healer thing. But then you're going to have Devon's going to hook up with Ryan again.
Yep.
Ben's going to hook up with Chrissy again.
Yeah, and those four will be together.
Those four will be together.
With most likely JP.
With JP, which will give them 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have Ashley, I think.
Ashley would be with Devon.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I think what will happen is Ashley will get pulled in by Devon. So you'll have 6.
But, okay, so we've got 6. Who do we have on the other side? So we've got Joe, Mike, Cole, Jess,
and Debbie, and Desi.
And Des. So it'll be 6 versus. Who are we missing?
That's it.
6 versus 5, so we're merging in 11.
Is that right?
Don't know.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, I can't get over that the healers, even though they've been split up across tribes, haven't made contacts.
Yeah, it's
like Ben. Oh, Lauren. The other person we're missing is Lauren, right? And I think Lauren will. Even though she hasn't made any deep commitments.
Lauren's a hustler. Was she originally a hustler?
Yeah, she was originally a hustler, but she has no connection with Devon and no connection with Ryan. But
she's got a bit of a connection with Ben.
That's what I was going to say. So she'll end up on that side with Ben because Ben will pull her in, right?
Which is giving us an 8 versus 6.
A 7 versus
6 versus 5. Yes.
7 versus 5, right? The healers will be the 5.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, maybe Mike will go with Ben. Maybe he'll sort of just tag along with Ben. Because Mike seems to me to be, sort of like the dog you meet in the street. You give it a pat.
Yeah.
And you walk, half a mile or something, then you look around and you go, oh, it's following me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think Mike might be one of those sort of guys. Like Ben will just he'll just follow Ben anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I think he likes Ben.
All right. So what do you think will happen next week? Who's going home?
Well, this is the thing.
Now, so we've I think that's fairly just. We've
Yeah.
got an under strength healers,
Yes.
and the majority on the other side.
And I think we all know who's going to be running that side of the show.
Yes.
Right. She'll just be weighing up who, how, and when.
Yeah, and if she's not calling the shot now, she's making sure she knows who's calling it and why
Exactly.
they're calling it, and making sure she's not seen as the one
Exactly.
calling it.
Right. So I think it'll be a healer going home.
Yeah.
Because they'll try and just break that little union.
Yeah.
And I've got to say it. Right. I think it'll be Cole.
Okay, so you're going to say,
I think it'll be Cole mainly because big physical threat.
Yeah.
Right. Just massive. Like you have a look at his body and think to yourself, what can't he do? Right.
Yeah.
And also, he's got annoying habits.
Yeah, true.
And he's going to have, if nothing else, Ben, I think, will make sure that everybody that isn't a healer knows that him and Jessica are an item.
Okay.
So that's 3 reasons.
So you're going with that.
Yep.
And they've kind of given us a bit of a Cole thing at the end of last episode.
Did they?
The next time on Survivor, they've given us a bit of, we've got to get rid of Cole. There was a bit of the guys coming together.
Yeah.
So you're going with that. I'm going with something left field.
Hang on, mate.
Joe.
Oh!
But hear me out. Hear me out.
This is great.
Hear me
I've
out.
got
Joe
Joe for the 4th time.
plays his idol.
Oh, here we go.
JP goes home.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going to go the vote for Joe. Joe plays his idol, does not go home, and we get JP.
Look, this is going to be one of the.
I'm just going.
Okay, that's great that you've called that because I actually think if Joe goes home, it'll be because Chrissy will completely blindside him. He'll never see it coming.
Yeah.
You know?
I just feel if he knows they can't get the numbers, he might try and get votes onto him to get a switch some power.
Okay, yep, that's
We've
a good
seen
idea.
him try that before.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll try that again. I don't know, but he'll want, if he can't control the numbers, he'll want to try and make some sort of attacking play.
Yeah, that'd be good to see if he did. I'd
And if
enjoy
he
that.
does, I will be the greatest person who's ever.
Oh, look, let's put it this way: if he does do it, it won't be subtle.
No, it won't be subtle.
It won't be subtle.
But yeah, it's a bit of a. That's kind of what I think could happen.
Look, I'd like to see it actually.
Yeah, be a bit of an interesting.
Unfortunately, I think Cole is just going to grab the spotlight, and that's why I picked him.
Okay,
Yeah.
easy done. In other news, apparently, and I haven't done this for a while because we've been on the American season.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't begged Channel 10 to get me on there for season 3.
Well, no, this is fine because CBS now owns Channel 10 here in Australia.
Here's the thing:
So-
we still haven't heard of anything for the next Australian season.
No, we have not.
And I will be going home to look because I haven't looked because we should be hearing something shortly. Surely we should be hearing something in the next few days.
They should be having applications.
We've got to be hearing something soon, whether it's been axed or not.
Mm.
Here's my problem. With all this bloody nonsense going on in America,
Yeah.
Trump has now cancelled or wants to cancel the green card lottery. The green card lottery was my way to get on the American season of Survivor. If there's no Australian season of Survivor anymore, I've got to get onto the American one.
That's true.
So I can't get on the American one without being a citizen.
Yeah.
I have to win the green card lottery. If Trump takes that away from me, I'm done.
You've probably got a very small chance of winning that lottery.
I've got mates who have won it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's terrific.
But they've gone over for acting. I'm going over for Survivor.
I'd love to be on American Survivor. That'd be fantastic.
But that's my little rant. I just wanted to bring
Okay.
up. Like, please, Channel 10, I'm running out of options here. I might not get on Australian Survivor because you won't do it anymore. I'm just begging you. Cut the budget. I don't care. It's not about the budget. You don't even have to film the
No,
show.
look.
Just put me on it.
I'm sure of one thing that probably why it's delayed is because the guys from CBS have come over to assess the business, right? And they're going to be making choices soon about for future content like Survivor.
Well, Survivor America's on Channel 9.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's just who
They can take that back?
Yeah.
Surely.
No, it doesn't matter if they even keep giving it to Channel 9 because that's just a licensing agreement, right? That they've paid for anyway. They can still produce Channel 10 here.
Yeah.
So that's what. Look, I think CBS knows the product, as I said at the end of the Australian season. They know the product. They know what it's good for. I think it will have another season and it'll probably be better done.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, hopefully I'm on that. Channel 10, don't give up on me, because I haven't given up on you.
Last season, 20,000 people applied.
I know. I was one of them. I was one of the 16,000. And I got through one of the stages. I had the Skype chat. Ring me up. I'm here. I'm waiting. Get me on. I'm ready to go. I've been making fires while I was away. I was on holidays. I was like,
did
let
you
me
run
in
down
charge of the
steps
fire.
and all that? And
Down steps. Well, there was
hang on, who
steps.
put you in charge of the fire?
I put myself in charge of the fire. I said,
okay.
everyone, I need survivor practice. I need to work on this fire. Last night, we didn't have a fire starter. So that was I said to Catherine, I'm like, I can't use a fire starter. I'm going from scratch. But the people who gave us the house with the wood fire thing in it was all stocked and ready to go. So all we had to do was just light it and it lit up. But I let it run out. And then I had to start from scratch again. No, we forgot about it. But I had to start from scratch again. And I failed. The first time around I failed. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to get better. So I got better at this, and then I brought the fire up. Nice. And then it was raging.
Nice.
But look, all I'm saying, Channel 10, come on, give us something, because right now, my chances of getting on the American Survivor are even slimmer.
Well, they always will.
Next to none. I might even need to marry an American, and I'm in a relationship. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, I can't. Catherine would not approve.
Just a business relationship.
A business relationship,
just make sure it's like, absolutely. Look, don't worry about it. It's just a business relationship. She'll understand.
All I'm saying is, Trump, let me keep getting a green card lottery just for that. I'm not going to hurt anyone. I'm just going to win $1 million and become sole survivor.
Hey, well, that's the other thing. You know, it's a bigger prize pool too.
See, it's not about the money. It's about the,
I know, it's
the prestige. It's about the prestige of sole survivor.
And
anyway.
Awesome to have Jeff Probst say to you, you are the sole survivor.
I was going to say, if you said it would be awesome for Jeff to say to you, Robin, the tribe has spoken, I would be so upset with you right now. But that wraps it up.
Yeah, it does. It was a pretty good episode.
That was a good episode.
All right.
Like,
dislike, comment.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
If
you want.
If you have emailed us and wanted a buff and we haven't sent you one, we've forgotten to check the email. We apologise. Just comment and say, hey guys, you haven't sent me a buff from 3 weeks ago, and we'll get on the email. Right. We're pretty poor with that.
Just prod us, you know.
Yeah, but they're here. They're there. We're looking at them. There's a pile of them. If you want a buff, you got one.
You can make a code out of the buffs we've got.
Yeah, you could. We've got so many. Anyway. That wraps us up.
Yeah, that's it. Great. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And we were the Inwits.
No, I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're the Inwits. We'll see you next week.
All right. See you guys.